What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ajed back again for another Alchemy Stars video, and I haven't been making Alchemy Stars content for a while since I've been pretty busy with Genshin Impact for the past few days. And for today's video, I was wondering if I can convince you guys to join me in the Furry Club, because today I would be talking about Rabbie. And Rabbie, as her Aurorian profile says, she may be short, but she's already a captain in Redisel range. Nimble and agile, she's just like a rabbit that can't be caught and can be pinned down by very few adversaries. And maybe that's why her nickname is the Cunning Bunny. So I Ascension 3 my Rabbie, and I leveled her equipment to level 10, if you will see here. Yes, level 10. So this is her stats at level 1 A3 E10. Rabbie has an attack of 2,387, 868 defense, and 6,944 HP. She has a pretty decent attack for a 4-star unit. And Rabbie is a 4-star Thunder Aurorian support, and I believe she is one of the most underrated support DPS in the game. Why? And we will see in the showcase, but first, let's talk about her skills. Her active skill teleports to a selected location and deals 300% damage to one surrounding cluster and knocks enemies back. This skill can be preemptive if you have her at max breakthrough. So her active skill is a 2-in-1 utility skill that lets you teleport and knocks back the enemies in one surrounding cluster. And her active skill alone is already pretty good, as in you can teleport to any location in the field without any restrictions on the locations that you can teleport to. And it gives you a bonus crowd control utility by knocking the enemies that is caught around one surrounding clusters. So her chain combo attack deals 170% damage to 12 tiles in a diamond shape at chain combo 8. So here is the skill range for her chain combo, as you can see here. And her chain combo can be easily activated since you can activate it at chain combo 2 and 8. And this is pretty nice, especially on very tight spaces where you can achieve a higher chain combo. And now for her equipment skill. Rabbie's equipment skill at Ascension 3 level 10, whenever an allied Aurorian knocks back an enemy, Rabbie deals damage equal to 60% of her attack to that enemy. This damage ignores defense, increases defense ignoring damage by 10% for every one tile the enemy has been knocked back. Now, this is one of the reasons that makes Rabbie a really good support DPS in your team, especially when paired up with Lilium. They make a very good crowd control combo duo, because Lilium can also knock back enemies with her active skill while providing slow debuff to the enemies. And whenever you knock back enemies, you will deal an additional damage to them that scales of Rabbie's attack that ignores defense, and with bonus of depending how far the enemies got pushed back. And this is one of the reasons why I leveled her equipment to level 10, because at equipment level 1, you will only deal 10% damage instead of 60%. That ignores the defense. The jump from equipment level 1 to level 10 is pretty huge, as you can see here. So you may ask, is it worth it? Is it worth to equipment level 10 Rabbie's equipment? If you're a Rabbie main or you use Rabbie pretty often, then yes, it's worth it. You may also think that knocking enemies back are kinda niche, and it doesn't work well with bosses since some bosses are immune to knockbacks, but when her niche works, it's really great, especially in the Spire dungeon. So, should you prioritize leveling Rabbie's equipment? Hell no! You should always prioritize your main DPS first before others. But if you have an excess resources and planning to invest in Rabbie, and you're planning to use her, then it's really worth it. And now, let me show you how Rabbie's skill work in actual combat. So here we are at floor 61 on Thunderspire, and I will just show you how Rabbie's skill works and how her equipment skill works, and might as well show you her chain combo damage. And just a disclaimer, this is not a guide to clear this floor or this stage. I am just here to demonstrate and to explain how Rabbie's skill works in combat. So I will now use Rabbie's combat. You can teleport anywhere in the field, see? You can teleport anywhere. This is one of the best teleport skill in the game, because some teleport skill has a restriction on to where they can teleport. But Rabbie has no restriction. That is why this skill is pretty good, especially if you are looking for a teleport unit. So now let's try to do this one. So if you will see the enemy at the lower part, the enemy will get knocked back by 3 tiles, and the other one by 1 tile. So I will initiate na Rabbie skill. Then boom. Her active skill damage is around 6,700 plus, and the additional damage from her equipment skill is almost 2k, around 1.8k damage, which is pretty nice for a support DPS. So let us see Rabbie's damage with her chain combo at chain combo 2, because you can activate it at chain combo 2 here. How much? Not that one, not that one. I did not see. Fuck. Okay, again. Let's see again the chain combo damage. How much? How much? 3.6k. Now I will show you units that can work well with Rabbie. First is Lilium. And as I've said earlier, Rabbie works really well with Lilium if you pair them both. Because if you can see here, the Lilium's active skill selects 1 tile, dealing 220% damage to 1 surrounding cluster, and knocking enemies back, as well as decreasing their defense in proportion to the percentage of the damage dealt for 2 rounds. You will see, we will push them back, these 4 enemies, and let us see how much damage from the passive that we can get from Rabbie's passive. Okay, 1.8k, additional 1.8k damage. The good thing about Lilium is also she can select any tiles in the field, and there is no restriction to where you can target the enemy. That is why Lilium and Rabbie are a pretty good combo. Okay, now I will show you that Nemesis can also work well with Rabbie, because Nemesis can knock back enemies. Let's see how much damage with Rabbie's passive. 1.565. So the damage from Rabbie's passive equipment skill is pretty decent, but it's not really that huge. And remember that Rabbie is a support DPS, not a main DPS. So don't expect to see big PP damage from her equipment skill alone. But her active skill, this pretty much a huge damage, as you can see here. Let us see how much damage. 6,000, 7,000. See? Her active skill alone is already good, plus the bonus damage from her equipment skill. Lastly, let's try Bonacci. In my previous testing with Bonacci, Rabbie's equipment skill will not work with Bonacci's active skill. I was excited at first, but when I tried it, it didn't work. Why? Because Bonacci's active skill does not indicate that it's a knockback. It is stated that it is a displacement, or it displaces. As you can see here, selects one of 4 directions around the unit and displaces all non-boss enemies. It's stated here that it displaces, not knockback. They kinda seem similar, but I think that the wording of the skill is the one causing it to not be affected by Rabbie's passive skill. So let's try to showcase that one. There will be no additional damage here. See, it is only the damage from Bonot's active skill. It does not benefit from Rabbie's equipment skill. So for my conclusion, I believe that Rabbie is a pretty fun unit to use. She needs a good partner like Lilium to really shine. But if you are only looking for a budget teleporter with knockbacks, then she's a really great addition to your lineup. And that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you could help me grow my channel more. And thank you to everyone who are supporting my channel. I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, peace!